Now you might be wondering, how did we end up here? Well, that's a good story that I need to take you back to the beginning to show you. So this was the only dive that I did this day. It was pretty rough out here, but Tony wanted to get out on the Freeman and see how to handle some rougher waves, so we obliged and we went out with him. And well, the forecast was for like 2 to 3 foot seas, but we get out there and they were solid 4s, and you know, every so often we'd get up to a 6-footer, and that was the roughest that me and Melissa had ever been in, and that was, you know, just a lot to handle, so we ended up getting sick. Melissa handled it better than I did. You know, me and Bennett were the only two that threw up. She was able to hold it together a lot better. Of the 8 fish that we got today, we only got 3 of them on camera. So this next video is going to be David going down and getting one of his. And the seas were rough. It was a little hard to breathe up. We always have a float ring trailing off the back of the boat that we hold on to, and that made it a lot easier to do our breathe ups. So we were in about 50-55 feet of water, doing some bridge rubble diving, and this is a spot that we frequent pretty regularly. And on this dive, David goes down and he's able to kind of pick out a sheep's head. There were a few of them in the area. It made it a lot tougher for Melissa to kind of pull all the fish in with the waves and everything, but I mean, the boat handled it beautifully. I am so astounded with how well this Freeman was able to handle these waves. Handled it a lot better than we did. With David being a hardened charter captain, he was able to handle this water a lot easier than we were. And so to him, this was kind of nothing new. This was just another day on the water. So it really didn't affect him that much. He was able to do pretty good breathe ups. He was able to get down there and able to shoot the fish. He didn't get seasick. He didn't slow down at all. And I mean, there were certain parts when we were trying to pull the anchor that whenever Tony asked one of us to do it, he was like, yeah, I'll just do it. And he ran to the front of the boat and did it without any issues. Whereas me and Bennett were laying down on the back like, no, we're not touching it. You can go up there. We're going to stay back here where it's nice and smooth. Really on this spot this day, there were only sheep's head, which were okay considering the condition, considering how rough it was. And that was really kind of all that we were after. It was more of running the boat, getting it out there for the first time, seeing how it would do diving off of this thing, how easy it'll be to set up an anchor and everything like that. Whereas we're used to a little bit smaller boat and iPilot. And Tony really just wanted to see how it would go with fitting gear and, you know, having people on it and things like that. He hadn't really gotten to run it much. So that was really the point of this trip, and we were happy to go. We were happy to actually be able to spear and get on some fish, but I'll tell you this, I don't know if I'll be doing it in water this rough ever again.
Stop playing with your food.